Welcome to the InfoMullet YouTube channel. If you enjoy this content, please like or share. And if you'd like to support the InfoMullet by becoming a mulleteer, visit us on Patreon. We appreciate your support. One of the questions I had was, how is the U.S. doing in comparison to other countries? This comes from Michael Hartwell, who's a mulleteer. He asked, is it just that we're getting, the U.S. is getting unfairly blamed for it's not really as bad. It's sort of like other countries. So what I did is I pulled up some additional charts here. Let me make sure that I've got the right ones here. So this is now a website, Our World in Data, just one of the many coronavirus sites out here. But I wanted to show, this is a rolling 7-day average per million people. So when you're comparing countries, it's very important to do per capita comparisons, either per 100,000 or per million. And this is what I would call the U.S. near neighbors, right? Canada and Mexico, we share borders with them. We share climates. The cultures are a little different. It's the population density. You can argue all those things, but you can clearly see here that even normalized for population, the U.S. for infections is out of the park. Like people will say, well, Canada's not very populated. Well, Mexico's pretty populated. Mexico's a big country. They don't have nearly the number of infections per million that we do. Now, there could be some testing issues, I'll grant that, but it just goes to show that we are not, when people say the U.S. is doing poorly, it's not without reason. Our near neighbors are doing significantly better than we are. You go to confirmed deaths, it's a little more mixed. Mexico with a little bit weaker healthcare infrastructure, deaths per million are fairly similar to the United States, but if you think the United States should be at the same bar of Mexico, you're accepting that if you say that's okay. And I think with the economic resources and the government infrastructure we had going into this in terms of what preparedness we had, this should not be the case. The reason it is because we blew that governance preparedness out of the water. But let's take a look, though, around the world. I talked in the spring and summer about the Nubier 7. These were the ones I thought had the highest chance. These were 7 countries that had the highest chance of exceeding the U.S. Nigeria, Ukraine, Brazil, Bangladesh, India, Egypt, Russia. And they were the ones that had the highest chance because of their circumstances, demographics. These are all large countries now, right? This is not comparing to Canada. This is comparing to large countries. And the U.S. is still, doing much worse. So when you think about how should we compare next to Ukraine, Russia, or Brazil, I would say that we probably should be doing better. Now, you could argue with India and Bangladesh down here in Egypt. They've got low testing. That may be artificially spiking that number or depressing that number, but we are way worse off the chart. It's a Biden electoral difference. It's not a difference that's going to be made up by picking out a few elements here and there and arguing them. That's how the difference is. Confirmed deaths. Again, confirmed deaths a little more mixed. You have, as suspected, Brazil, Russia, Ukraine have all caught up to us. India and Bangladesh, again, some of that is reporting, I'll grant that. But this just shows that the U.S. is not exactly getting its reputation for a bad response for no reason whatsoever. And these are countries that you would think, very few of these countries are in the OECD 20, economically strong, economically developed. The U.S. is, you would think that would be, we should be doing better than those countries. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to follow the InfoMullet, visit us on Facebook or Twitter. And if you'd like notifications when we post new video content, click on the red subscribe button below the video. If you've ever wanted to become a mulleteer and support the InfoMullet, visit us on Patreon. We appreciate the support.